What's up, YouTube? This is Concordant TCG back with another deck and fight today, and I have good news. So you remember a couple of months ago, I wailed on erads, and I sucked at erads. I tried every build in the book, and no matter what I did, I just kept losing and throwing games and bricking in tournaments, and I'd play in a tournament, but they'd be like, "Oh, we're banning erads," and it was just a train wreck, and it really discouraged me from enjoying the both the good and the bad of the Vanguard Zero Gacha. As you guys saw, I didn't really open packs. I only opened 18 packs this month because there's still salt on the wound from erads, but there's good news. I finally won a tournament with erads. I had played in Wolf the Legends event this last Friday, would be, I believe, the 15th of January. And I last minute decided to bring good stuff aquas using normal Maelstrom and with Glory Maelstrom because it's just too good. And I've been practicing a lot with aquas. And then I said, you know what, today I'm bringing erads. So today I will be showing off the Eradicators list that went undefeated. I didn't drop a single game between Aquaforce and erads Narukami to that day, and it's just really ironic that after testing all the lists, this is what I came to. So if you guys know anything about like the kind of lists we're seeing in erads, it's all over the place in global. You got draw variants, you have high gunner count variants, you have like 6 retire variants. There are so many ways to play this deck. It's like the 31 flavors of Narukami, but it's just erads. And I tried the draw variant. I kept breaking into Morikawa hands. I tried so many variants, and I somehow landed back where I started with just the standard JP version of the deck. I don't know what that means for this list. I think each deck complements our playstyle, but what I've noticed over the last couple of months of playing erads, watching other people play erads and all the events I've been casting and hosting, is that erads have a glass jaw, which basically means they can dish out hits, but they can't take a hit. They're very frail, and so pieces like the gunners and the retire pieces have become some of my favorite and most valued pieces in my Eradicators list because I feel like it allows you to go face. This is a go face machine. Sometimes you have to hold out because you don't want to get blown up by like Ethics Blau or Nova Grapplers, but overall it's still the retire and the intercept negate is just too strong to miss out on, which is why in the grade 1s we're playing 3 copies of Desert Gunner Ryan. This deck doesn't draw very well unless you're sacking really hard. During Wolf's event this last Friday, I pretty much hit everything I could ever want, and so the Phoenix was only a win more card for me. But even when you're missing pieces and it's not win more, it's still very valuable. I like playing 3 of those. We got PGs, of course, and I opted for Shuki here because sometimes you have to go into EDD, your Descendant play, and try to push the 2 PGs or you lose. Shuki makes that really possible to build columns because you'll retire one off the break ride. It'll become a 10k, you put a 12k in front of it, and now you have a nice column that can hit. It makes it really easy to push from 3 to 6, long story short. In the grade 2s, I'm only playing 1 grade 2 Desert Gunner, and I actually opted for 4 retire since this is a Gauntlet Buster Dragon build, really relying on that crit to kind of harass PGs out of my opponent's hand, so in the late game it's super easy to push for game. And then 12k attackers and the Zuitons. 12k attackers are actually pretty important in this list because sometimes you just have to just go for it, just jump off the cliff, try to push as much damage as possible. And I found that when I was playing Nertes, the Counterblast 2 to draw, and some of the other options, I just couldn't hit numbers, you know? If I was sacking, it was great. If I was hitting triggers, amazing. But if I wasn't, I was not winning that game, so 12k is kind of nice. In the grade 3s, we have 4 copies of Descendant on heal because it is a finisher. If you like it on draw, play it on draw. Then I'm playing Gauntlet Buster Dragon on draw, and then the Vowing Swords, best break ride in this deck on draw, and I don't have Steve, so otherwise I'd be playing Steve instead of the Electric Shaper Dragon. Overall though, it's very standard. It works for me. I get to go face. I don't have to think very hard when I play this deck. Um, and my Twitter is in the description below. I did post about this so you guys can see the Aquaforce list I've been playing. But like I said, between Twitch and YouTube, I think if anyone else sees me play Aquaforce one more time, someone's actually gonna flip out. I've been playing that deck way too much. So let's go to the ranked games. Yep. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on YouTube. I really enjoy doing this, and hopefully you guys are enjoying my content as well. Let's do this. So, going up against BT, like, how are you gonna say Dota's boring when you play BT? Like, the deck literally attacks like 3 times on its break red turn, but that's just me being petty. So, let's get into it. I think I might want to turn on game music for this. I don't feel like looking for music. Kek W. Okay, looks like we're fighting Coral too. I literally just went to ranked. And this was the first game, so let's do it. Alright. Okay, they're going for it. And my hand's like, it's alright. It's kind of mid, not gonna lie. Like, I had amazing grade 1s, but no Zuitan, no Vowing Sword. So it feels a little lackluster. So hopefully we can change that. But yeah, like, I know a lot of people don't like watching erads. They're like, I see this all the time. This is all I fight on ranked. And I think, like, seeing a deck this popular really does discourage some players to, like, play the game. Because, like, hey, it's good. You're going to have people play good stuff. It's a card game. But at the same time, like, even as someone like myself who really values the tier list, deck variety does make a game good. So I see both sides of the argument. But when money's involved, I don't know if I can trust variety. That's all I'm saying. But that's just me. There's nothing good to retire. That's really unfortunate. But we did top deck Vowing. It's pretty good. This is pretty good. So they keep giving me grade 1s, and I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm just gonna act like I have grade 2s in hand, because it makes me feel better. The thing is, like, if you missed the Zuitan grade 2 ride, and correct me if I'm wrong about this in the YouTube comments, but like, if you're not using Lenshu, I don't see why you want to ride the Zuitan, unless you're building Soul for Phoenix. Like, if it's not for Phoenix or Lenshu, why are you doing it? It feels like. Because otherwise, like, a lot of times when I use Zuitan, I actually soul charge triggers. It's just the unfortunate truth. I know a lot of Erad players have that issue where they keep soul charging their triggers off of Zuitan. They're just skipping the first one, so they're probably going to go for the break ride combo when they're at limit break. Or not the break ride combo, but the limit break combo. Man, they just don't miss. Okay. It's hurt my feelings just a little bit, but I think we'll make it out alive. Just a little bit. EDD. Man. No PDs. BT rush. You hate to see it. Okay. Maybe we just take the fat L. And like, if they do this to you, they push you to 4. Unless you have intercepts or a bunch of PGs like I have now, oftentimes it's like you don't come back from that. As much as I hate to say it, it's what it feels like. Is oftentimes you just don't come back from these kind of scenarios. Which is okay. Like, this deck already does a lot of other stuff on its own. Having weak defense probably is the least of its worries. But it can be a little terrifying when you see your opponent like double stack crits, and now you're at 4. This turn worked out well. Nah, we're gonna save it. But yeah, me and this deck have a love-hate relationship. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I brick a lot of times. Maybe it's because people rush me when I play this deck. Or maybe it's because people damage deny me when I play this deck. But it just feels really awkward sometimes. I think that's the best way to describe it. As good as this deck is, it feels awkward. And I know I'm so late to the show. Like, you guys have probably seen so many other takes, seen so much erads right now, but like, I think it's good to always put out more perspectives. Nice to know this BT player knows how to play fast. You'll love to see it. I don't think I want to make this video too long since erads is already like a well-established deck, but especially with the second wave of erad stuff coming in, a lot of people are finally finishing up their builds, and I think this is beneficial for those people. That heal is also beneficial for me. I will not lie. I want to see here. Oof. They didn't get the other coral in, but they keep hitting crits. I cry. Like, what? What? Yo, that's BM. That's actually BM. I think we go for Descendant here. And I guess another thing is, outside of like a couple of like unique tournament interactions, I feel like erads on ladder and erads in tournaments play very different. At least you get different outcomes. Like, when I play this deck in tournament, people like damage deny me. They play very slow. When I play on ranked, we get a lot of moments like these where they just kind of just try to beat me before I can beat them because they're trying to farm VP. Oh, I know what I need to do. Here we go. Which is fine, but like, I don't know. It feels a little awkward sometimes. I don't think it matters here because since I didn't use this Weeton, I kind of don't have the soul right now, which kind of sucks. I activate the skill here. So like, this is my final turn. Let's go ahead. I don't want to waste this. I don't think I have a choice though. Yeah. Okay, here's for all the marbles. And I would have had tournament footage for this, but like, I honestly, my only excuse is I was too lazy. I think Wolf the Legend should be posting from when he streamed me in grand finals, but that was just me up against BT. And like, respect to all my opponents, like they all played very well. But my grand finals and my round 1 match that I played was probably the easiest ones that I played out of all of them. Everything else was like really scuffed from there. Yeah, everything else was a lot harder. Like my semifinals match was extremely hard against J-Train. And yeah, it was just like, some of the matches were super easy, some of them were not. Huh, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Let's go. They don't play stands. They don't have restand. I think we live. I actually think we live. Is this a Pog me? I think it is. Okay, so it's either like I get destroyed here or I live and then I destroy them. Destroyed or be destroyed. Okay. Nice thing is, like, I'm a big fan of BT. When you draw well, it feels like you have like an Exodia hand. You have like all your PGs, you have grade 2s for days, you can build columns now. It feels like a very smooth, well-oiled machine, but I brick too much with the deck, or else you guys would see me slapping fools with BT on a regular basis. Please don't hit heal triggers. They make me upset. Please, no. Okay. Okay. Ah, I didn't even get a defensive. Come on now. Wow. They sack. They sack. Okay. It's fine though. We're fine. We were prepared from this from the start. Erads smash. Oh wow. What do you know? Hello there. See, the thing is, I don't have 2 erad names in my hand, and I'm already down 7 draw triggers, so not looking too hot, but we'll try. We'll try. I'll go ahead and use the skill once. Like, if I get it, this is just straight up luck, no skill. But we go for it anyways. Okay. Ooh, this is good, this is good, this is good. They should have the PG. Unpunished. Let's go. Not the trigger I wanted, but hey, we'll take it. Yeah. Love to see it. And this should be lethal. And there you guys have it. That is me playing a very unoriginal erad list. Peace out.